Christ has some dream can be Jesus Christ. And then say better also the book of Jasher chapter 2. And it was in the 130 years of the life of Adam upon the earth that he again knew Eve. Coming. Just connecting. Yeah. Come. Okay. Okay, let's start it. Chapter 2. And it was in the 130th year of the life of Adam upon the earth that he again knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare a son in his likeness, in his likeness, and in his image. And she called his name Seth, saying, because God has appointed me another seed in the place of Abel, for Cain has slain him. And Seth lived 105 years, and he begat a son. And Seth called the name of his son Enoch, saying, because in that time the sons of men began to multiply and to afflict their souls and hearts by transgressing and rebelling against God. And it was in the days of Enoch that the sons of men continued to rebel and transgress against God, to increase the anger of the Lord against the sons of men. And the sons of men went and they served other gods, and they forgot the Lord who had created them in the earth. And in those days, the sons of men made images of brass and iron, wood and stone, and they bowed down and served them. And every man made his god, and they bowed down to them. And the sons of men forsook the Lord all the days of Enoch and his children, and the anger of the Lord was kindled on account of their work and abomination which they did in the earth, which means that Enoch na almost will be Adam and Eve will be Enoch na as a nipa multiply and we are saying it's bone bedorso we are saying it's erade bu yede ibu senfu ye. Amen. And in those days, there was neither sowing nor reaping in the earth, and there was no food for the sons of men, and the famine was very great in those days. And the seed which they sowed in those days in the ground became thorns, thistles, and briars. They say, whatever they sow, they don't reap well. They said the ready second rade and the seed which they sowed in those days in the ground became thorns and thistles and briars. For from that days of Adam was this declaration concerning the earth of the curse of God, which he cursed the earth on account of the sins which Adam sinned before the Lord. And it was when men continued to rebel and transgress against God and to corrupt their ways that the earth also became corrupt. And Enoch lived 90 years and he begat Canaan. And Canaan grew up and he was 40 years old and he became wise and had knowledge and skill in all wisdom. And he reigned over all the sons of men, and he led the sons of men to wisdom and knowledge. For Canaan was a very wise man and had understanding in all wisdom, and with his wisdom he ruled over spirits and demons. See, unya wisdom, unya nyansa. Because of the nyansa, he ruled. Odia honhom bone so. Odia honhom bone so. Who said that make us say Rade kase Genesis chapter 1 or kase wama to me so be fish of the sea, birds of the air. I was telling you, say it was not real fish I every and I said no they be ne ya honhom bone ho asem na ne Rade eka. And Canaan knew by his wisdom that God would destroy the sons of men for having sinned upon earth, and that the Lord would in the latter days bring upon them the waters of the flood. And in those days, Canaan wrote upon tablets of stones what was to take place in time to come, and he put them in his treasures. Into Ochroy baby, and not the treasure in a tablet of stone or throw or more. So the Egypt for natural or dinosaur die home. That's how it was. And Canaan reigned over the whole earth, and he turned some of the sons of men okay to the service of God. In the Canaan, Obeyed is also for he started preaching about this about God into Obetene microphone be and when Canaan was 70 years old, he begat 3 sons and 2 daughters. Canaan also behold 3 sons and 2 daughters. And these are the names of the children of Canaan. The name of the firstborn, Mahalalel, the second, Enam, and the third, Mered. And their sisters were Ada and Zillah. It's the same thing. I want no friends say KJV. These are the 5 children of Canaan that were born to him. And Lamech, the son of Methuselah, became related to Canaan by marriage. And he took his 2 daughters for his wives. Ada conceived and bare a son to Lamech, and she called his name Jabal. And she again conceived and bare a son and called his name Jubal. Bakuni Jabal na we Jubal. And Zillah, her sister, was barren in those days and had no offspring. For in those days the sons of men began to transgress against God and to transgress the commandments which he had commanded to Adam to be fruitful and multiply in the earth. And some of the sons of men caused their wives to drink a drought that would render them barren. enti nnuro na omo not to give birth no enye ene na ehye ase can say nnuro na omo take not to give birth no we finish enye ene na ehye ase or say that time they started doing those things said they be omo enye dey omo enyim in order that they might retain their features and whereby their beautiful appearance might not fade. The entire no say not to be pregnant, and they said no person home first to Betty. They didn't want their beauty to go because they thought says oh what And when the sons of men caused some of their wife to drink, Zillah drank with them. It is that time na man no na catch man say no na mamu. She said the men were telling the women say mun take no mun take pure mun take, but this was concussion no 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 man said the be omo it enye ne no almost started anu anti baby o e fitted that. And the childbearing women appeared abominable in the sight of their husbands as widows. Whoa. In that time, man no mo de omo na omo kun mo ye omo kun mo hi. Whilst their husbands lived, for to the barren ones only they were attached. It omo yire no man no de no omo pom asem, but one man no not to be pregnant no omo na mema e pe omo asem. They loved them because they were not giving birth, because they were keeping their sheep. And in the end of days and years, when Zillah became old, the Lord opened her womb, and she conceived and bare a son. And she called his name Tubal-Cain, saying, after I had withered away, have I obtained him from the mighty God. And she conceived again and bare a daughter, and she called her name Naamah. For she said, after I have withered away, have I obtained pleasure and delight. And Lamech was old and advanced in age and years, and his eyes were dim, that he could not see. And Tubal-Cain, his son, was leading him, and it was one day that Lamech went into the field, and Tubal-Cain, his son, was with him. And whilst they were walking in the field, Cain, the son of Adam, advanced towards them, for Lamech was very old and could not see much. And Tubal-Cain, his eyes and Tubal-Cain, his son, was very young. Enti Lamech no wanyi okwafu. Enti ne ba Tubal-Cain ene so ne nsa no ne kwafu. Lamech anyi nani enye his eyes were not working. Now nani enhyeda anya adwuma papa. Enti ne ba so ne nsem no de na yede. Ode na kwo efum. And Tubal-Cain told his father to draw his bow. Enti Tubal-Cain ketwa no awaso papa ensa no. Eka kire ne papa so on draw ni arrow bow and drew the arrows. He smote Cain. Okay, in the Bible, the Bible ya say Cain wuye. Then Cain died. It's why ne ku Cain. Who say Lamech ne ku Cain or kwafum. The means said anya papa. Cain so ye juma on efum. And Cain won a fum. But I think that he thought say he thought say be a baby. Inti or to. And I because or to born eku Cain, but it was not a tool or to ball like to say arrow, no the kun Cain, and slew him, and he appeared to them to be an animal good. no onim se friend say Cain ne aboa into oto agyan no ne kobo Cain na Cain ewuye. So we will know from here say Lamech and Cain. And the arrows entered Cain's body, although he was distant from them, and he fell to the ground and died. And the Lord requited Cain's evil according to his wickedness, which he had done to his brother Abel, according to the word of the Lord, which he had spoken. And it came to pass, when Cain had died, that Lamech and Tubal went to see the animal. Into went to see went to see the animal which they had slain, and they saw, and behold, Cain, their grandfather, was fallen dead upon the earth. It is a genealogy of Sediabet. Oshe no na Cain, Lamech no, Nenana, and Cain, and Wakum. And Lamech was very much grieved at having done this, and in clapping his hands together, he struck his son and caused his death. Eti owu se wagu Cain no, ena obo ne ba no. Se ne ba ne na si on to agyan, na obo ne ba no, ne ba Tubal Cain, no no so ye den ewuye. Amen. Okay, because o hwe ne ba no so no so Cain da ne din so Tubal Cain, no no so ewuye. Ti Lamech ne kon Cain, Lamech ne kon ne ba no. And Lamech was very much, okay, 33. And the wives of Lamech heard what Lamech has done, and they sought to kill him. And the year no more is Lamech, Cain and Omuba Tubal Cain. So the wives the year no sought to kill him. And the wives of hated him from that day, because he slew Cain and Tubal Cain. And the wives of Lamech separated from him and would not hearken to him in those days. Into Omune Lamech they divorced him. So waku then no the banso. And Lamech came to his wife, and he pressed them to listen to him about his matter. He came to them to explain Obaso or Betrechim, and he said to his wife, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice, O wives of Lamech. Okay, we now this place you can find it. KJV. Attend to my words, for now you have imagined and said that I slew a man with my wounds, and a child with my stripes, for they are having done no violence. But surely know that I am old and greyly headed, and that my eyes are heavy through age, and I did this thing unknowingly. And the wives of Lamech listened to him in this matter, and they returned to him with the advice of their father Adam. Inti obechirechire ni yirinum na Adam two omfo say mude munye mukum back and omuji omukum back. But they bore no children to him from that day, knowing that God's anger was increasing in those days against the sons of men, to destroy them with the waters of the flood for their evil doings. And Mahalalel, the son of Canaan, lived 65 years, and he begat Jared. And Jared lived 62 years, and he begat Enoch. Chapter 2. And Makai into her Yehu Quiet Faso. Yehu Quiet Faso. Ken Ewi Nenana Neku ne yeah. To Lamech Ken Nenana Ken no kun. Unim send Nenia Intina Neba Asonensa no Moko form, Ena ne ba no ka kyerɛ ne sɛ ɔnsutu biribi because he saw something na ɔmo nim sɛ ɛyɛ aboa ɔkuu no nti ɔkuu no na ɔmo duu hɔ no ɔkɔduu hɔ ɔkɔhwɛ na ne nana Cain ɛna wawu ɛda hɔ ɛna ɛmaa ne bɔɔ ne ba no na ne ba no nso wuyɛ nti ɔbaa fie na ne yerenom ne ne bɛyɛ dɛ ɛbɛgyae ɛna ɔkɔka kyerɛ ne papa Adam that time ne nana ne Adam ɔkɔka kyerɛ na Adam frɛ ne yerenom sɛ kasa kyerɛ ɛna Adam frɛ ne yerenom kasa kyerɛ wɔn mo ɛna ɔmo san kɔ ɔmo kun Lamek hɔ back chapter 2 kae na share like and subscribe Erade, inshallah, we amen.